That's part. Well, yeah, that's the way it works. But anyway, happy Tuesday. Seizure warning, auto saving. Press a new button. How far in are we? We are 2 days, 20 hours. Almost 3 days. We're going to hit 3 days today at playtime. Man, I could have swore when I was when the game first released, or right shortly after, I read something about somebody. I think it was a post on my YouTube, one of my YouTube videos. Somebody made some ridiculous comment where they finished the game in 40 hours, did all the stuff, been everywhere, and finished it in 40 hours. And after playing the first map, I realized that person was lying through their teeth. There's no way they finished this game in 40 hours and went everywhere. There's no way. So, yeah, we won't name names. Anyway, Tuesday. Witness what? Were you passed out and for one reason? Oh, I'm sure I have. I don't remember, but I'm sure I have. It was a while back. So, character. We are an Arcane Scholar, being a wizard, currently level, whatever level. It was just on the other screen, wasn't it? We're level 21 out of a possible 30. Let's see, as far as the map goes. Yeah, is that... Oh. Yeah, no, it is over 10 years ago, isn't it? Oof. Time flies. So, we are on the fourth map. Start at Dawnshore, Emerald Stair, Shadow Scarp, and then Galawain's Tusks. So that's where we are. Third map. We're fine. You said you have 113 hours clocked. I have done everything one way or another. See? There's no way you can do this game in 40 hours. The time went down the drain, Tiger. The time went down the drain. So, I am supposed to be doing side quests, stuff. So we picked up the various bounties. Picked up treasure maps. Oh, that one. That one's weird. What's funny is you can't really get... We were actually trying to match what you see from your eyes to this image and stuff. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Because in order to see this from this distance, I think you end up being in the air about 15, 20 feet to the right. So I don't think you can actually do that particular scene. If you spacebar spam through every dialogue and don't even start the ones that are not critical to a quest, 40 hours is possible. Yeah, but this person made the claim that they did everything in 40 hours. I'm not saying that you can't do it in 40 hours. There's no possible way you can do it in 40, but this person said they did it in 40. That's what my point is. This person was lying through their teeth. Concept artist work never matches the reality. Nope. Well, sometimes it's pretty close, but this one isn't really that close. And as a result, the little X, that could be wherever this X is supposed to be. This could be under a rock here in this little rock formation in front of us, or it could be representing an X on the mountain behind there, which I don't know. I looked at for it a little bit last week and just went, maybe later. So right now we're just doing. So there's no main quest here. So what are we doing here then? Okay, that's our totem we're supposed to be finding. Mapping the living lands. Return to Galawain's Tusk. Cartographer's notes to Sansa. Already. Homecoming. Investigation situation with Petru. I informed you that the previous captain of the guard, Petru, disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Speak to Mina. Sounds Solace Keep. That's where we are right now. Cure for Rage. Locate the missing caravan. Warden's warding. Talk to Amalia. Our camp in Twin... Okay, that's not here. Bounties of Antiquity. Blah. Search the expedition near the aqueducts. Okay, so it looks like we are doing the homecoming at the moment. Quest tract. Mess hall. Who are we supposed to talk to? Drunk dwarf. Or must meant or something. So we're looking for Mina. You're not Mina. You're Mina. She doesn't look drunk. She looks like a waitress.
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge.
Jeffrey's not too happy to be he left either. Sounds like you have a bone to pick with the wardens. Is there a lack of leadership in the keep? He's not too happy either.
Left? That's what he told you. Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him.
What makes you think that?
It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure... something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zarips, killed in a lava flow.
Intellect thing. That old tower is a good spot to look for clues to his whereabouts.
I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, alright? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him.
I'll do what I can.
Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
Sometimes people just leave. He's probably drunk somewhere feeling bad about it.
Speaking of being drunk.
That's it. I'm cutting you off, Mina.
That sucker.
Beetle, how to block a script. What is beetle? And is a wretched excuse for a mead that we have in this godforsaken waste we call a home. It's a beverage as harsh and unyielding as the Paguran that drink it. And it's a point of pride for Solace's proud defenders and a shared hatred that brings our people together. That's what beetle is. To truly appreciate beetle and the horrendous process through which it is made, you first know if its origins. I think it's of its origins. When my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother continues in this for several paragraphs before finally ending in a laughably short recipe.
You know it. You're too scared of Mihada to even think
I hear
about
tinkles.
Better than this mystery meat.
Where are you hiding, Tinkles? Oh yeah, wand power. Is that glowing green? Sparkles back this way. Might be above. Back here. Stuff to make upgrades for items or upgrade items. So we have nobody else to talk to here? am I just supposed to walk around, talk to people, maybe? Chef.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal.
I haven't had first yet. I'm not here for food. If everyone wants seconds, you must be a good cook.
Very funny, pal. I should... Oh, well, then thank you, outsider. Compliments here are scarce. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would get something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakura. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
Like to trade. What sort of things do people eat in Solace? It didn't seem like the farms outside Solace were producing very much.
I doubt they ever will. The land here doesn't yield much, as you saw. And our livestock usually has many more legs than we do. We sometimes send wardens to the Twinewood to hunt, but that brings other dangers. I wish there was more we could do, but tradition is law, right? Of course, that means I have to be creative, to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least.
Okay, you don't seem satisfied with the way things are.
Between you and me, I'm not. It's no secret that eating brownish stew surprise gets old after a while.
Brownish stew.
Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno.
What's the downside? Wouldn't that make Solace more vulnerable?
That's what they always say. Solace has stood for centuries. So I have to somehow make stew out of ashworms. Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world.
That's just stupid.
Or we'll never survive.
That's really stupid.
Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that.
So what's for dinner? We should look with that, but I think I'll be eating elsewhere. So what's for dinner?
Well, it's I couldn't tell you. And I skinned it myself. Best of luck out there, my friends. And stay away from this stew.
Stay with the stew. Okay. Oh, there actually was a line. Nobody else really wants to talk? Guess I could explore a little bit. I'm sure I won't get thrown in jail or anything. Or killed. Or attacked. Petru's Key. We haven't met Petru yet. Don't mind me, I'm not stealing. Diary entry. We mustn't, I guess, pushing her away from whatever, I guess, stuff, she said, whatever.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
Poetry. What's with the poetry and stuff? Who are you? Why can't we push you over the edge? No? Pushing? No idea where to up here.
Yeah.
My way. No? No door? It's free food. Dwarves with Russian accents. It just throws me off so much. Aren't dwarves supposed to have Scottish accents? I mean, honestly. That's what everybody else does. Why'd they have to go Russian?
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Okay, not yet.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself?
Okay, for
Very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it.
You have no idea. Why do I get the feeling you're about to ask me for something?
Ah, sharp as the Tusks themselves. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the Tusks is?
Food. Bears. A straight answer.
Ah, you Edirans. As businesslike as I'd had. It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councilors fuss. It's all traditionalist, traditionnet.
I've read that. I've read over Bringeroom Keeps. If you have lasted as long as Solace.
Paradoxical, isn't it? The councilors would tell you this is our calling. Their detractors say it's our prison. Me, I'm just concerned about keeping us all alive. There's an old godless aqueduct system in Slumbering Fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
Lucas team, I'm working on it. Existing aqueducts, it's a wonder your people didn't connect them to begin with. No promises, I'll keep an eye. I'm working on it.
Sent by the gods indeed. I'm not as superstitious as my compatriots, but your appearance and timing are more than a little fortunate. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Did I? I don't know. I don't remember. They expect me to remember a lot of stuff. That's why we came in here.
Chitule! What am I going to do?
You push him over.
Oh, good.
Her.
Someone's come along. Can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please?
Help with what?
My hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Do you think you can find it,
But you get off your ass and go get it yourself. Why can't you just buy a new hammer? What is all this construction even for? Sure, I'll go take a look. Can't you just buy a new one?
There isn't exactly a surplus of them around here. Especially not one that's held to the caliber of the ones in the smithy. Please! I can't afford a new one.
What is this construction even for?
Honestly, I don't even remember. It all started when my grandfather was a baby. I think something about restoration.
Solace has been under constant construction since Nandru set the first stone.
It does not matter. Can you save my hammer or not?
Why can't you just buy a new one? We just said, well, what's this construction for? Sure, I'll take a look.
Oh, Murti, you are a lifesaver. I'll wait right here.
Do I look like a retriever to you? Love. That's from Tiger. And Gray. Ask a question. Why? Why what? Gotta be more specific.
Again? Ugh. I bet the officers up above have to deal with that.
On the bright side, the legs are pretty good in a stew.
That is both gross and intriguing. What time is dinner?
Breaking and entering time. After the letter's clearly a draft. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff. My boots shall one day shine like the sun. Tradition must hold. Getting the impression based on the little pieces of upgrades they're feeding us in here, not a whole lot of magic stuff. Almost all of it, I think, is for melee types things. Ooh, take that back. Exceptional Grimoire of elements that I don't really need. So superb versus a fine. So this one we can break for parts. So this is the element one. Okay, so this one gets broken down. Did I just F that up? No. That's what I'm supposed to be using.
I do hope no one sees me like this.
Well, if you don't stand near there, you'll be fine.
Who let you in here? What do you want?
Are you hiding out here?
No, of course not. Who am I kidding? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods.
Apparently there's a trade caravan supposed to be here soon. Are you too good for everything that's being sold in Solace?
All the shops only have cheap goods. I deserve better than that. Just leave me. Oh, and don't get anything dirty on your way out.
Wow. She's, I can see why she's up here all alone. Door looks locked.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
Sure? How would you know you're so short? How would you tell the difference between somebody who's tall and not very tall? Why are these people so generous leaving stuff on tables like this?
Pride in our home, fellow Padrone, for Solace is an impenetrable fortress that can withstand any assault.
Never heard a speech full of such bluster.
It's not the content, but the interpretation that bothers me.
People say Wodika is the goddess of law. But all
Non-Drew look.
Wodican prayer, blah blah blah, Oathbinder hero voices, blah blah blah, stuff.
When he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
I think his words and his breath.
Your sparkles. There you are. He always said he's off to Burger King to get himself crowned, then to White Castle because he doesn't dine with clowns. Don't you mean McDonald's? We left McDonald's out of that thing there, Greg. Because the only clowns in fast food that I'm aware of is McDonald's. Hey, Scabbard. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday.
Move along outside. Station hours are... Oh my.
Something the matter? You're staring at my face, aren't you?
Well, you must admit, it is striking.
What can you tell me about Nandru? Your philosophy seems controversial. What do scholars do in Solace? What can you tell me about Nandru?
Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside.
Scholar, what do your records say about the end of Nandru's life?
Well, that is a topic of much discussion. We know that in the end, Nandru sought peace and solitude. Some foolish souls say that Nandru traveled to the garden, and that he enjoys an afterlife of peace and bliss. Hogwash. I believe Nandru died alone, having found his silence at last. Nandru would never have considered bliss a true reward. Unfortunately, all we have is belief. Nandru's remains were never found, and no record exists of his passing.
But he's still alive. How have Nandru's traditions changed? Do you know anything about a garden?
If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that.
What do your records say about the end of Nandru's life?
Well, that is a topic of much discussion. We know
Did I ask her
in the end,
about this already?
Nandru sought peace and solitude. Some foolish souls say that Nandru traveled to the garden, and that he enjoys an afterlife of peace and bliss. Hogwash.
Okay.
I believe not.
How have his traditions changed?
If you ask these absolute Zarips, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned.
Was Serena?
Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a solace in peacetime.
No, what do your records say during about the? No, we already said that one. Why does this one keep popping up? Let's move on.
What more can I do to enlighten you?
Your philosophy seems controversial.
All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves.
Do scholars do in Solace?
We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Getuli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship.
I should be going.
Time has shown that the arms and armor of Solace Keep are unmatched in quality anywhere else in the living lands.
I am merchant.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Gets on pretty quick.
Is that you?
Gets around pretty quick here.
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
Show me your stuff. What's that? Oh, magic stuff. Oh, look, another magic map. 4 grand? Sorry, treasure map. Potions. Definitely need the potions. Superb wand. 27 grand. A little excessive to break it down. Just picked up one of these, didn't we? Adrobat. So, legendary upgrade material, 16 grand. Yes.
Where is that caravan? The wardens from the tower sent word to expect one.
They lied to you.
Outsider caravan. Does the council know about this?
Definitely doesn't look safe. Okay.
If we open our gates to Outlanders, we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions. We will talk about this later. Yes.
I should have did more eavesdropping. Oh well.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We believe the Steel Garrote has entered the Tusks. Your lives are in danger. We need your help. You owe Marius a debt of gratitude for warning you of danger. He didn't have to come here. We enter the Tusks. Your lives are in danger.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the Tusks that can catch us unawares.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp.
He was only a couple of dozen.
Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer.
I did what was needed. I don't have to explain myself to you, and this isn't your place to comment. I did what I was needed.
Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
Looking for a path to the garden. Help us put an end to the Dream Scourge. Given how our conversation has gone so far, I don't expect much anything from you. Help us put an end to the Dream Scourge.
There is no Dream Scourge in Galawain's Tusks.
Nor has there ever been.
You must shelter remarkable students of the arcane arts to be so warded.
We have no special magic here, and few scholars. It is the spirit of Nandru, our founder, that shields us. Loudly rings his name.
So it is believed, at any rate.
Your cynicism shames you, Kostya, and shames Nandru's sacred halls. When Nandru walked beneath the keep to meet the gods and disappeared into its depths, he knew what dangers would come for us. He left his wardens to protect us.
You hear the community in this, on this island already suffers from the Dream Scourge. The Dream Scourge will come for you eventually, Andrew or not.
I do not believe it, but I cannot risk the keep on doubt alone. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, Envoy?
Show us the path to the garden and we will.
There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time.
Great.
How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The god is imprisoned there. They spoke to me, begged me to come. We determined it's the source of the Dream Scourge. You couldn't believe me if I told you. Your garden. God is imprisoned there.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
I'm a godlike of the being in the garden. Maybe Nandru was too. I'm a reincarnation of Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and he's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the Tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
There really is no way in. Why bother protecting it?
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
My purpose is greater than the concerns of Kith.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the Envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you.
You're little douchebags. You're making a mistake, but I will respect your wishes. I won't stop searching for a way to the garden. Glare menacingly. You're making a mistake, but I will respect your wishes.
Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against two.
He'll be fine. Dun, dun, dun. What other junk do you have in here? We have things we need. Mahala's key? Oh. Papers, blah, blah, blah. Costumes, products, conversation topic. We're supposed to present a united front, not whatever that was. Certain parties have been intercepting my letters today, dear. Margins of our meeting notes are not for caricatures, that is all. I look forward to another several hundred years or so of working with someone more stubborn than stone. So I can't open this without her key. So I have to kill her? Or find it somewhere. Somehow I think it's on her. She won't mind me taking stuff out of her room. If she needed it, she'd have it. She still talk to me?
Still lingering, Adirin?
We need to talk about Petru. Oh, I found a letter one of your council members wrote to Helgard.
Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting.
There we go. How interesting are these contents going to be? I'm going to say crappy, probably. Some money, stuff. It's pure branding armor, or brigandine armor. It's heavy armor I don't use. And that. So how much is that armor worth? 5,700. Okay, then. Well, thank you for the stuff. Is a Serena the Third. Stuff. A page of a journal. It's a yellow piece of paper, melted with water stains. It is written in Kostya Sprawling's cursive. Most of it is unintelligible, but a few lines are legible. I am done. Drive a spear through my heart. I cannot take this zealotry any longer. Not when everything we hold precious stands to burn to cinders, because Mihala decided a dead man's words are more valuable than the lives of our people. What will it take to make her understand? To Solace Keep needing to fall before she opens her eyes. Well, he doesn't have anything interesting. Oh, yes, he does. Thank you for the gun. Parts. Thought I heard something tinkling, but nope. Yeah.
Envoy, I just wanted a word before you went on your way.
Want to squeeze in a few more insults on the way out? If you're about to make me an apology, save it. I don't care. Raise an eye. Yes?
I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help.
Of course he disagrees with her. What's going on in Solace Keep?
There are just not enough resources to go around. and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath.
She did seem quite passionate, so you're a two-faced coward. You still owe me an apology. You're picking your battles. This feels like a difficult situation.
It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
What do you want from me exactly?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation.
I'm intrigued. Assuming I can help, what will you give me in return? Trade agreements aren't in my specific wheelhouse, I'm afraid. Why haven't you? I'm not interested in solving your problems. Count me intrigued.
Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman.
Yeah, she's kind of skinny. Oh, why are you telling me this? You knew about the Stilgarot the whole time. You told me all I need to know. I must go. Why didn't you tell Mihala?
Because I know how she'd react. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care.
Duty. No wonder you're so afraid of Mihala. You're a traitor. What, then, is of importance to you?
My people. Every person who is alive now. And every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us.
Ambassador Helgard is a reasonable man. You don't need Lodwin's support. You misunderstood the Ambassador's relationship with the Inquisitor. You have nothing to offer. As a reasonable man, you don't need Lodwin's support.
It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. It's inane tradition.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break.
To me.
Go get some more water while you are up.
Solace keep to Adir.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyne.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
In exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people.
I knew you were a snake. I'm sure Mihala would love to hear this. You have a point. Hopefully Mihala will see it. Hey, Spirit, welcome back. Yeah, he's a rich guy, I think.
Kind words I did not think I would hear.
Kind of skinny for a dwarf,
I doubt
but
she will, though. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger.
You're a fool if you believe anything Adir is. If you believe giving Adir a crumbling castle will protect you from them. It'll change you all. I wish you well, but I want nothing to do with this. An agreement would protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. I think Adir is a crumbling castle will protect you from them.
It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand.
If that's what you think, I will find it. You're allowed your opinions, and I will have mine.
And you've shared them all with me. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too.
Inquisitor Lodwin is out of control. Stilgarrote is unpredictable. They may force my hand. A thought has never crossed my mind. The Stilgarrote are my countrymen. If I say Lodwin, she's dead. Sorry. Are unpredictable. They may force my hand.
I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also...
What is it?
Well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
That doesn't sound suspicious.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy.
Might these historians know of a route to the garden? The Imperial Library and idea protects centuries of secrets.
It is definitely a possibility. The Living Archives contain centuries of knowledge. I wouldn't be surprised if there were clues to the garden's location in there somewhere. But I'm afraid I don't know for sure.
I'll go to them. Where can I find these Living Archives?
They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zarips between here and there.
Yay, lizards.
Look for Elder Grigor at the Archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Okay, so, yeah. Let's take a break. Get up, stretch my legs, get some water. Go. Looks like we're going outside to go get burned or something. I don't know. Anyway, gotta go check on Rocket. He's not happy because Mrs. Skippy's been gone too long. I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoyed the dog video.